What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. So normally I do try on hauls and stuff, but I'm gonna do a little mukbang. I just got home from work and I decided to cook. I was in the mood for seafood, so I boiled some shrimp and some potatoes, and then I have like a little bowl of like garlic butter, right? But I wanted to tell y'all the story of the time I got played. I just want to let y'all know, first of all, I'm sitting here with like no pants on. I'm getting a real good breeze on my booty. But okay, the time I got played. So I've kind of told the story on my Instagram stories, bits and pieces of it, but I've never really told the entire story. So I thought I would share it with you guys today. Don't mind my hair and my face. Like, I just got home from work. I did not feel like getting cute for this. So I hope y'all enjoy this story time. So some of you guys know I was in a relationship for 7 years, a committed relationship. Like, we lived together, went to college together, all that stuff, right? We broke up shortly after I graduated from undergrad. And then after that, I just kind of went into my hoe phase. I'm ashamed of it, but you know, it is what it is. Everybody has that time. It was my first time being single in 7 years, my first time really being single as an adult. So I just wanted to see what was out there, right? So I used to go out. I had a phase, not only my whole phase, but I used to go out all the time, like partying, bars, clubs, like every night. Wouldn't go to bed till 4 a.m., 5 a.m., wake up to go to work at 8, do it all over again. Like, I was about that life in my early 20s, right? That's good. So one time I was out at this country club. I live in Texas, don't judge me. It was like a country line dancing type club that's really, really popular in Houston. And I met this guy. Actually, I saw him. I am never the type to be bold and ask a guy for his number. Like, I don't do that. But y'all, I saw this guy. He was like 6'3", 6'4". He was light skinned. He was tall. He was big. This man looked like a model. Like, when I saw him, I was legit like, who is that? Like, that's wild. Like, who let you in here? You're fucking gorgeous. It's ridiculous. So, I like kept kind of looking at him the whole night, like wanting him to come talk to me. And he came and said something to me briefly. I don't remember what it was. But then I didn't talk to him for the rest of the night, right? So then I kept telling the girls I was with, like, he is so fine. Like, I cannot get over it. And so they went up to him and was like, hey, our friend thinks you're really cute. And he was like, okay, I think your friend's really cute too. And so he came over to me, but he came over to me right when the night was ending. Like, they were pushing people out of the club. Like, I stayed till the last minute trying to talk to this man. And he came over to me. He was like, let me give you my number. You know, we'll reconnect later at some point. But it was really nice to meet you. So I'm like, okay. So keep in mind, I'm kind of in my whole phase. I'm talking to multiple people. I'm dating multiple people. So I kind of forget about him. Like, I thought about him the next day about how cute he was, but then I just forgot about him because I was talking to other people and my life was all over the place, right? So maybe like a couple of days later, he hits me up and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about this guy, right? So he's like, let's go on a date. Let's go on a date. When you think when a guy says, let's go on a date, like I assume that means that you're gonna take me out somewhere, right? Because you asked me, okay? So red flag number 1, he says, let's go out on a date tonight. He's like, but my car's in the shop, so can you come pick me up? Had this man been ugly, that would have been it, right? But he was so cute that I was like, okay, his car's in the shop, like no big deal, just being super naive, right? So I go pick this man up. Let me actually eat. I go pick this man up, and he lives in an apartment complex, right? I go pick him up. He lives like 20 minutes from me. We go to this bar. We go to the bar, and we run up a tab. This man, I found out later, like, is an alcoholic. Like, he literally has a problem. So we run up a tab. He's drinking nonstop, right? We run up a tab to like $250. Keep in mind, I probably only had 3 or 4 drinks. He ran up that tab to $250, right? So it's time to pay, right? And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, that's a big tab. I'll pay my portion. but I'm not gonna pay like more than the drinks that I had. He can pay for the rest. Really, it's like you asked me out, so you should pay, but just because the tab was so high, I was like, I'm not gonna force that on you, right? This man is like, I don't get paid till tomorrow. Can you just get the tab and I'll cash out for you tomorrow? Nigga, what? What? I'm like looking around all crazy. Like, are you serious? Right? But also he's so cute and I'm just like, what should I do? Do I want to do it for the D or no? And so luckily, we kind of went on a slow night. There weren't that many people in there, but the owner of the bar was in there. And we had kind of been chatting with him all night and like playing pool and stuff with him. So he was like, hey, I got y'all covered. Y'all don't have to pay anything tonight. Come back and see us. Thank God. Because who was going to pay all that money? Not I. Not I. Right? And keep in mind, I still drove. So I'm already spending my gas money to come get you. So then I take him back to his house, right? Drop him off. We hit a little makeout sesh, right? That's the end of the date. He's drunk. Meanwhile, we leave, we make out, but he is fucked up. Like, barely walks out to the car, right? And so after that night, I was like, man, am I done with this man? Or like, should I give him another chance? Let's see like what he does in the future. I'm not gonna reach out to him, right? Cool. So the next time we hang out, he says, can you meet me at Chuck E. Cheese? Because he has a son that was like 3 and his son wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese and he wants me to like come hang out with them. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, it's kind of weird because it's only my second real time hanging out with you and you already feel comfortable with me meeting your son. I mean, maybe that just is a testament to my personality, but I felt like that was kind of weird. And so we go like, it's weird. Like I'm trying to get to know him, but he's also giving his attention to his son, which is cool. But also like second date was kind of strange. And so, nothing really eventful happened that day. Like I met his son and we hung out at Chuck E. Cheese and then I went home. And so, okay, funny thing too, y'all, this man told me he was a chef. And what do you think when you hear chef, right? You're chefing it up at a 5-star restaurant or you're chefing somewhere like popping, whatever. When I hear chef, I'm thinking, okay, you probably got some money, you're a chef, right? Maybe that's just like me being like dumb, but I don't know. This man was a cook, a burger flipper at a fast food restaurant. How you gonna tell me you're a chef, sir, when you're flipping burgers? There's nothing wrong with flipping burgers. Get it how you live, but don't tell me you're a whole chef out here. That's disrespectful to chefs. You're a fry cook, sir. You're SpongeBob over here flipping patties. Stop it. So, anyway, after that, we started hanging out more, but he started coming to me. And like, he would come to my house all the time. And sometimes he would just pop up and be like, oh, I'm at your crib, open the gate. Which sometimes is cool and sometimes is a little bit like, you don't know what I'm doing out here. I'm still single. So don't be popping up on me in my place. Well, there was like a week where he was just staying with me. Like he would go to work, come back, sleep in my bed. Go to work, come back. Like he was staying there, eating my food and all that stuff. And so then one day he randomly said, how would you feel if like I moved in here? And I was like, no, absolutely not. Because I actually did live with my ex before, and when we were done with each other, it was not an enjoyable experience to have to still live together. And I was like, me and this person are not in a serious relationship, nor do we really know each other that well for you to be moving into my place. And I'm talking about my current place right now that I live. And this was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. And so I was like, no, not gonna happen. And then he seemed like he was a little hurt by it, but whatever. And so then y'all, one time he was at my house, right? And I used to just carry cash. That's how I like save money, is like I only carry the amount of cash that I'm like willing to spend, and I don't use my debit card. So I probably had a few $100s worth of cash in my wallet. I took a shower. I heard him like get up and go in the kitchen, but I figured he was just getting something to drink or eat. And then later I go in my wallet and like, I kid you not, probably like $200 or $300 was missing. But at this point, like, I'm not a bold bitch and I didn't like accuse him, but I like kind of knew what was up. And so from that point on, like, I still fuck with this guy, y'all. I still did because I'm an idiot. I just would, like, hide my wallet, right? And hide things away. And so, yeah, I kept kicking it with him. This is just me being dumb. Kept spending time with him. We would go out to bars. His issue was that he was always drunk. Like, from that point on, I kind of stopped bringing my credit card or debit card with me. And so that way, it's like I was never forced to pay. I'm like, every time we go somewhere, you got your wallet, you got your funds. Okay, good, because I'm not paying for shit. So it was like more like we were hooking up and like friends, but I kind of had a crush on him. I kind of liked him, and I feel like he liked me. At least that's what I thought. But we're going to end there because the video is already long, 11 minutes. So we're going to pick up on this at a later point, part 2, about how this man disrespected the absolute hell out of me a few months later. Okay? Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.